I am Ferdinand Marcos, and I am the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I stand today on behalf of 110 million Filipinos.
Good morning.
Wala si ano guys wala si Garotay.
The cabinet who are here with us, and our host, the Pasay City Mayor.
Wala si Tambalustay.
Pasay City Mayor Rubiano, AFP Chief of
Shout out sa inyo mga Marcos loyalists and supporters. At sa lahat ng mga Pilipino sa buong daigdig.
Chief General Romel Marbil, Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan, and of course our good First Lady, fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Guys.
Before I begin my formal departure statement, nais ko sana makapagbigay ng counting report sa taong bayan tungkol sa mga pangyayari sa pagdaan ng Typhoon Agon. Sa kasalukuyan, ang aming nakita ay tinamaan ang Region 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. At ang apektado ay 12,043 families, 26,726 persons. 3 airport at saka 29 na seaport ang naging non-operational dahil nga sa pagdaan ng bagyo. Sa kasalukuyan, 6 na lungsod at bayan ay nakaramdam ng tinatawag na power outage o brownout. At saka nagkaroon ng 13 flooding incidents at 3 rain-induced landslide. Ibig sabihin, bumagsak ang ulan at dahil doon gumuho ang lupa. Kagaya ng dati, lahat ng aming ginagawa in coordination. Siyempre, ang first responder lagi dyan, ang ating mga LGU. Kaya as usual, they have brought all their energies together at the very first instance. At nasabayan naman, nasundan kaagad ng national government sa pamamagitan ng pagbigay ng assistance, pagbigay ng rescue, search and rescue na ginawa. Ang DSWD ay nakapag-provide na ng 1.35 million pesos worth of assistance at merong naka-standby fund na 607.9 million na kung sakali man ay mga ngailangan tayo ay gagawin natin. Nakapaghanda rin tayo ng 841 search and rescue retrieval teams na nanggagaling sa AFP, sa Coast Guard at sa BFP. 465 transportation assets ang madi-deploy and 436 emergency telecommunications equipment ready for deployment dahil alam naman natin na ang hirap na makapagdala ng relief goods hanggat may communication tayo, kaya lagi nating inuuna yan. Kaya tuluyan kong inatasan ang DSWD, ang DA, DOH para makapagbigay ng assistance sa lahat ng mga naging biktima ng Typhoon Agon. And dahil ang kasunod naman talaga lagi dyan ay kaya naman ang DPWH at saka ang DOTR ay kailangan susunod na dyan sa first responder para maayos na kaagad ang mga nasira na infrastructure. Kaya yun lang po, sa kasalukuyan, patuloy pa rin ang ating search and rescue efforts, patuloy pa rin ang ating nakapaglagay tayo ng bago pa dumating yung bagyo, nakapaglagay na tayo sa ng mga relief goods na malapit dun sa area na ating inaasahan na dandaan yung bagyo. Kaya nakaredy naman sila lahat. Kaya hanggang sa unang pagkakataon na makapasok ang ating mga puwersa, ang ating mga DSWD, ang ating Coast Guard, ang ating Search and Rescue, lahat na mga asset natin ay makapasok na kagad dahil nakahanda tayo mula pa nang dumating ang bagyo. So patuloy naman ang ating gagawin At hindi natin titigilan ito siyempre hanggang matapos ang ating pagtulong sa mga nasalanta, sa mga naging biktima dito sa ating dito sa ating mga area na tinamaan ng agon. So that is the interim report for now. We will keep you informed habang tumatagal at makita natin ang pagdaan na ng agon at kung ano yung kailangan gawin doon sa mga naging biktima. Now, I'd like to make my departure statement for the trip that I am embarking upon today. At the invitation of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan al-Bolkiah Muizzuddin Waduhala, I will embark on a journey to Brunei Darussalam for a state visit. It's my first state visit to Brunei Darussalam, and it is part of my traditional tour of fellow ASEAN member states since I assumed the Philippine presidency 2 years ago. Brunei and the Philippines have enjoyed historically warm relations based on mutual respect and trust and confidence. Brunei has continuously been a reliable partner of the Philippines, and our countries have enjoyed extremely friendly relations since we established relations 40 years ago. Sa aking biyahe patungong Brunei, babaunin ko ang aking tungkulin at pangako na lalo pang palakasin at ang ating pagkakaibigan at pagtutulungan ng ating bansa sa ibang bansa kagaya ng Brunei Darussalam. And as soon as I arrive at Bandar Seri Begawan, I will be meeting with His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan al-Bolkiah to review the progress of our bilateral cooperation, explore new mutually beneficial partnerships and collaborations aimed at achieving prosperity. We must now deepen the bonds of friendship between our two countries. We expect to conclude several agreements ranging from security to tourism and agriculture. Brunei has always been an important partner when it comes to defense cooperation with the Philippines. So during my trip, I will discuss with His Majesty ways for further cooperation with Brunei in ensuring the defense of our countries and of our region. As mentioned in my State of the Nation address last year, tourism continues to be an important economic engine of our growth, employing at least 5 million of our kababayans. During this trip to Brunei, we will sign the Philippines-Brunei Darussalam MOU on tourism cooperation. And through this MOU, we hope to entice and attract Bruneian tourists to explore the Philippines. Brunei, despite having a relatively small population, it is the quality of tourists and not the quantity that counts. These are also among the key priorities born from the successful convening of the 3rd Philippines-Brunei Joint Commission for Bilateral Cooperation, which was held last August. I am confident that our partnership with Brunei in these important sectors will further bolster our political, economic, and people-to-people ties. Tomorrow, I will engage the business communities in the Sultanate and highlight the Philippines as one of the fastest-growing economies of Asia, best as a good choice for investments. I look forward to securing investments that will generate more jobs, contribute to poverty alleviation, and accelerate the economic transformation of our country. From there, I will proceed to Singapore, and I will deliver the keynote address for this year's Shangri-La Dialogue. The Shangri-La Dialogue is a very important dialogue because it is a dialogue about security and defense concerns amongst several foreign ministers, defense ministers, and I think that it is extremely timely that I attend and put forward articulate the Philippines' perspective and outlook on defense and diplomacy, while we continue to highlight the Philippines' commitment to a rules-based international order and constructive multilateralism amidst the current geopolitical challenges that we face in our region. My visit to Singapore is part of a series of high-level exchanges between Philippines and Singapore, which began at the start of the year. This year, the Philippines and Singapore are celebrating 55 years of diplomatic relations. And my visit is timely, as I will also take the opportunity to invite the new Singaporean President and Prime Minister to visit the Philippines as a testament to our strengthening bonds. This is also very useful as they have just changed the leadership. The leadership has just shifted earlier this month, and it will be very, very good to begin immediately to start to strengthen our relations with the new leaders of Singapore. Hangad ko po na sa aking pag-uwi dito ay may hatid kaming pasalubong na magandang balita mula sa aming pagbisita sa Brunei at sa Singapore. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
So yun mga kababayan, naririnig nyo naman siguro ang statement ni Pangulong Marcos Jr., departure speech niya bago siya umalis. Nakasettled na po lahat para sa pangangailangan ng mga nasalanta ng bagyong Agon. Narinig nyo naman siguro ang kanyang talumpati, ang kanyang speech para sa lahat, no? Mayroon po siyang secretary na naka-assign diyan para tumulong or ayusin ang mga daan, no? At samantalang ang Pangulo working visit sa international, kasi ang trabaho ng isang Pangulo, mga kababayan, well, si Pangulong Marcos kasi sa kanya ko lang nakikita ito. Ang trabaho ni Pangulong Marcos Jr., trabaho in local at international. Pag sinabi mong international, of course mga kababayan, yan po yung tinatawag na bilateral meeting, roundtable meeting with the businessman leaders sa mga bansa na kanyang pinuntahan. Yan ang ibig sabihin niyan is pinopromote niya ang Pilipinas na good place o destination for foreign investment. Kaya naman ang pumasok na investor dito sa Pilipinas from 2022 to 2024 is 2.3 trillion plus, I think. Yes, correct me if I'm wrong. Ang pumasok, 2 trilyones ang pumasok na investment dito sa Pilipinas at gumagana na ngayon. Ngayon, hindi huminto ang Pangulo, another working visit na naman. Trabaho po yan, mga kababayan. Hindi lang miyerda para sa inyong kaalaman ng mga anti-Marcos. Pinapungunahan ko na kayo. Alam ko gagawin nyo na naman issue. Manigas na lang kayo. So yun guys, nakikita natin at narinig yung kanyang speech, no? Hindi po kusa niyang pumunta, kundi invitation po yan. Well, alam po ninyo mga kababayan, ang mga world leaders na nakikita nila yung pagbilis ng pagtakbo ng pag-angat ng ekonomiya ng Pilipinas, kaya talagang pupursige ang ibang mga foreign investor na talaga mag-invest dito. Ganun lang talaga yan no? Pag ang isang bansa mabilis ang growth ng ekonomiya, sigurado yan guys, talagang lulusubin ka. Kaya mga kababayan, no, para sa ating mga nasalanta, na huwag kayong mag-alala sapagkat talaga naman nakafix na yung kaukulang tulong na ipamimigay po sa inyo ng pamahalaan. So yun guys, ang ating Pangulo tutulak ng Brunei para sa kanyang working visit, at of course Singapore working visit na naman. For sure yan, pagbalik niya diretso yan sa mga lugar na nasalanta at alamin na naman niya kung ano na naman dapat ang aayusin ng mga daan. Guys, alam po natin yan yan naman ang ugali niyan walang pahinga. So ito mga kababayan, salamat sa inyong watching. Ito ang pinaka-latest updates natin mga biswa. At napansin nyo ba, wala si Garutay mga kababayan. For sure, ipagkatiwala naman kay Secretary Bersamin, ang executive secretary niya, at siyempre kay Secretary ng DAR, Conrado Estrella, ang hahawak sa bansang Pilipinas, habang wala pa siya mga kababayan. Wala si Garutay no? So malinaw na malinaw, alam nyo na, alam na this. So yun guys, maraming salamat sa inyong watching. See you again on my next upload video. Ipag-pray po natin ang ating mahal na Pangulo guys, no? Sa mga Marcos Loyalists, huwag nyo kalimutan ang manalangin, safety and protection, at more blessing sa Marcos administration. See you guys and on my next upload video. Bye and babus. God bless Philippines.